In the month of March, I made $287.97 from my side hustles to put towards my travels, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. If you are just finding my channel, hi, I'm Jinx, and I write a blog about traveling, and I make videos about a plethora of things related to traveling. So this one is about all of the side hustles that I do, and I make one every month to save up and fund my travels. And I do that because I think everybody should be able to afford to travel. A little bit of a reminder, if you are new to what this all is and you haven't been watching in the last couple of months, or you haven't been reading the blog because they used to be written instead of recorded, if it has been deposited in the month of March, it counts. If it doesn't matter when the work was done, so sometimes for like some of the mystery shops that I do through certain companies, they will have been done in February, they get deposited in March, it counts for March. So it just has to be deposited by the end of the month in order for it to count as part of this month's roundup. And I have done way too long of an intro, so let's get into all of the things that I've done and how much I made for each one. All right, first up we've got mystery shops. So last month I did a mystery shop from Five Guys, and I had calculated it up, and I was right. Yay! I'm good at math. If you didn't watch last month's video, you should probably go back and watch it, and then you'll understand why I'm so happy about this. So I got $31.74 from my mystery shop, but it ended up being keep binder. I got my moth neon lamp. I couldn't remember what it was there for a minute. Got my moth neon lamp for my jewelry business. Yay! And I am wearing earrings. I found these clip-on. You can stick the findings in them and make them clip-ons, so I can actually wear earrings besides my gauges that I have in my second holes, because my lower first holes were ripped, and I found some clip-on attachments that I can wear dangles, so I can actually wear my own jewelry that I make now. Pretty nice. But I did keep a binder with all of my financial stuff in it. So because of everything, I actually made $7.42 total, but they reimburse you for how much you spend, but it doesn't quite cover everything, because the meal, they only reimburse you so much for the meal, and the meal is actually way more than that, so that's fun. But yeah, so I really only made like $7, but I did get paid $31.74 total, so we're gonna use that. Girl math. Branded surveys. I am gonna say goodbye to branded surveys, actually. I'm not really happy with them. I've been playing games and downloaded some games, and I was getting points for it, and then the tracking stopped, and they tried to tell me that I didn't have tracking ever turned on and that the game's not reporting the tracking, and I go, okay, so then why am I getting points and then not getting points if I never turned off the tracking? And they were like, well, we can only go by what the game people tell us, like we don't get paid either. And I go, I think you are getting paid. I think you are getting paid, and then you're just not paying me because I never turned off tracking. So I'm done. They gave me like $10 as a consolation prize. I should have had like $40. So I'm saying goodbye to them. So I got my last payout. It was $16.23. So I'm gonna end up taking that off of like my monthly thing after this month. Fetch, I'm still doing Fetch, scanning receipts and stuff like that. I did add a new one in, and I will talk about that a little bit later. So Fetch, I got a $10 gift card. I purchased some stuff and got some points, but those won't actually credit until July, which I think is buck wild because I purchased these items, I think at the beginning of the month. So it's like they even gave me like a couple days later that like it cleared and your points will credit, and then when you look at it, it says pending until July 1. So just be aware that it takes you quite a long time, like almost 5 months to get your points. 4 or 5 months to get your points. So from that. So if you're using Fetch and you go through the shop, it's almost not worth it unless you're constantly shopping through that portal and like every month getting points, which, I mean, if you place a monthly Chewy order like I do, then every month you'd be getting extra points, which I think I might do. I have an auto ship, but I think I might just go through there and just constantly set up auto ships. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But for right now, I got a $10 card to TJX. So they have it so that you can get it specifically for TJ Maxx, specifically for Home Goods, specifically for Sierra Trading Post. I made sure I got the one that includes all of them because it also includes Marshalls. So you can use it on TJX or TJMaxx.com, like the online store. You can use it in store at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, and Sierra Trading Post. That way I'm not limited to which one, and it never expires and they don't start taking money off of it, and you just show them the gift card in store. So I've got that one. I haven't really been doing much on Swagbucks lately. I need to get back in the habit of doing that, but I found some other things that I'm doing right now, so that's kind of taken away from going in there as much. So that's a little bit why I've fallen behind with that. Amazon affiliate links, I really haven't gotten much with that. I am going to try to get doing that a little harder. Maybe posting some stuff on Facebook to try, and like some groups and stuff like that is what some people have recommended when they have like lightning deals and stuff like that. But that takes a lot of work and like being embedded in those groups and stuff like that. And that's just a lot of research and a lot of like front end work that I'm not really thrilled about doing. I've been working a lot on ebooks. I already put one out. It's on my website. I've also been doing coloring books and designing those, and I am actually writing some fiction ebooks it's something that I like to do. I love to write, and I love to write fantasy, and I like to write stuff that, doesn't actually pertain to like the contents of this channel, so don't want to talk too much about it. But if you do like young adult fantasy novels, then I might be right up your alley as far as that goes. So I, of course, will let you guys know when those come out, because obviously if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would want some readers. AdSense and or YouTube is another category that I have. Still not monetized, please. This is my shameless plug. This channel is still very young and I need help. So if you could, subscribe, tell your friends, share the video, that would really help. And get it out there, more views, all of that stuff. Once I get that on there, I can actually be like, hey, here we go. I probably will throw a party and have like a kazoo, or I almost bought a tambourine at the thrift store, just because it was there. So maybe I'll try to find a tambourine and give you guys a concert when I get monetized. Help me out. Thank you. Social media, I put that as a separate category because I, still want to be monetized on those. I'm not focusing as heavy on those as I am on other things right now, just because the other things that I'm doing is taking up all of that time. So that's kind of gone on the back burner. Subscriptions, same thing. I think I'm going to take that category off of what I talk about because I'm not putting any effort into managing those subscriptions or anything like that. Reselling, I do have a ton of stuff that I need to actually I've taken the pictures for it, I've written the listings, I just haven't actually done the work of uploading it. I have a friend who sells on Mercari, and she has a cross-posting thing that she signed up for, and I was trying to get that set up and there was a problem with it, and so I got stalled out. And I have ADHD, so obviously when I'm hyper-fixated on something, if something distracts me and pulls me away from that, and then I'm no longer hyper-fixated on it, bye-bye, I'm no longer doing that. So that went to the wayside, but it is on a to-do list that I do have written somewhere. I just have to actually look at that to-do list in order to do it. Okay, so I don't know where this came from, but it came out of the blue and I decided to do it. I don't know if I was on Reddit, but it was a Reddit survey. I did a interview, like a Zoom interview. Well, it was Google Meetup, but I had a one-on-one basically with a gentleman, and supposedly there were other people that were in the meeting. I couldn't see them, they never spoke, but they were supposedly watching it, and I don't know if they watched it later, but when I was doing this, he did say, you know, our developers have a question, our this have a question, and I was like, oh, so like in my head I was going, oh, okay, they're actually watching, like they're, because I couldn't see participants or anything other than him and I, so that was kind of cool. But for like an hour and 15 minutes, we went a little bit over because they had a lot of questions, and apparently I was giving really good feedback and I had great ideas for them, and they wanted to like go into them further. $80. I got an $80 Amazon gift card sent to me. So for an hour of my time, you know, I made $80. Not really buying a lot from Amazon right now, so it kind of stinks that it's an Amazon gift card, but if I need something, I have it there. In the other category, I'm going to talk about 2 new things that I'm doing because I'm swapping out some stuff and I'm trying some new stuff. So one of these apps that I'm trying that I found is called Pogo, and it is similar to Fetch in that it is an app where you can scan receipts. You can also like link your emails, which Fetch lets you link your emails as well, but you have a daily check-in with Pogo, and you can watch ads for bonus like points basically, and you can do a streak. Each day I think is 20 points, and then the like streak ends after I think a week or 2 weeks, and you get like 120 points for doing the streak. If you miss a day, the streak ends, etc. It also lets you claim points for checking in to locations. So when I go into my office job, it thinks that I am at the Godfather's that's downstairs, and I'm not. So I check in there and get those points, but I'm not there. When I'm driving, when I'm like at a red light, I open the app to see if it lets me like check in anywhere and claim those points. So the phone's in the holster and it's always at a red light. I don't bother doing it any other time. And that's if I remember to do it. I've only remembered to do it like once or twice, so really bad at that. But it worked, I think, one of the times. I downloaded the app on, I wrote it down here, 2/23, so that was in February. The minimum payout for that is you need like 25,000 points, basically, and it equates to $25. So I haven't reached it yet. I've done surveys, I've checked in almost every single day. I don't think I've missed a day. I have all of the apps that they allowed linked. I've taken the surveys. You can play games to get more points. I did download one of those and I've gotten some of that racked up, but I'm kind of stalled out on one of the games. The crappy thing is a lot of these games are repeats from other apps that I've also done the games with to try to earn points. And it has to be the first time that you've downloaded the app, and it has to be through that app. So once you've done this game on another app and initiated the tracking, you can't do it on another app. It's then wasted. So it's really hard to, you know, get the points for these games because I've played all of them for other apps. So that kind of stinks, and it's making it kind of slow. I don't particularly like the fact that it's such a high payout and it takes so long to get to it because I'm basically every 30 days, $25, and I think it'll actually take me longer to get to the second time because you got 300 bonus points for signing up, for linking everything. You got points. You got more points the first time for linking it. You get 5 points for keeping it linked every month. Also, it refuses to keep my like junk. I have an actual email that like important stuff goes to, and then I have like a junk email that I have everything signed up for, and that's where a lot of the receipts go to, and there's an error on it. And I've connected it a bunch of different times and it still does an error. So I don't really like that. They can't figure it out. I've had to send some stuff into customer service because it's telling me that like there was like a repeated receipt, but when you go in and look, I didn't get the points for it. They gave me the points. I just had to upload a picture of the receipt, and so that was fine. Like easy customer service, so I did like that. The other thing that I'm doing, and this one I really like, I've just started it though, so it's gonna take me maybe till next month to decide whether or not I like it. I started on another app called Clickworker, and I downloaded this at the beginning of the month, and the minimum payout for it is $10. The catch on this is when you complete a task, it takes 30 days for you to get paid for that task. So the task that I did the very first day, I won't get paid for until April 2nd. So I'm not getting paid for anything that I've done so far. And that kind of sucks. The cool thing is that they have lots of very easy stuff that you can do, and then they have some stuff that's like not so easy, and it's a variety of things. So you can train AI, you can take surveys. One of them is literally like recording selfies of yourself. I had to upload like a business card, take pictures of my driver's license, and you can redact personal information, so that was nice. And the payments are weekly. So, for example, okay, so I have $3.01 that is available to be paid out, but because it's not a minimum of $10, I won't get paid for it this week. But let's say let's say the very first task that I did was like a mystery shop that was $20. Let's say it's just $20. I would get paid a minimum of $23.01 at the next payout, because that one thing that I did the very first day was at least was over $10, and you know everything else is there. I have $24.17 that is yet to be like eligible to be paid out. So you know, in a month I've made like $30 on there, and I haven't really done anything. Like I haven't done any of the mystery shops, and those look like those are the highest. Those get taken very quickly. That out of the way, let's get to how I actually got my total. So with the mystery shop, branded surveys, the gift card from Fetch, the Reddit gift card study, I saved $50 cash stuffing, and then the $100 that automatically gets saved from my paychecks. I do $50 each paycheck automatically gets put into my savings account. Starting balance for March was $320.45. This is the fun part. My ending balance. I did get a dividend. So this is a high yield savings account. So you get dividends from leaving stuff in savings. So I got like a 65-cent dividend in here. So I have $518.42. I did not count the dividend in my like monthly. I only counted the side hustles. But I did count cash stuffing and the automatic savings stuff, because that $150 is money that I would have like spent on other things, and that by putting it in my savings account and putting it towards all of this, that's me hustling myself basically. And that's all I got for you guys this month. I'm always looking for other side hustles. I've actually started watching a couple of other people who are doing something very similar to what I'm doing. That was very motivating and inspiring. So please like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I would love it if you would tell me some side hustles that have worked for you. Please don't suggest DoorDash or Uber Eats or Lyft. I've done those, and no thanks. That's all I'm gonna say, no thanks. I would love it if you would subscribe. That will really help me. I need subscribers desperately. If you could share this with a friend, and just know that I'll be making these every month, mostly to keep myself accountable, but also hopefully I can help some of you guys find some things and motivate you the same way that I've been motivated by other people. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So I'm old. I'm old.